Freud once wrote an essay on humor. And it was the least funny thing I've ever read. And I've read the Bible twice, leather to leather. A bum once told me a long time ago that some things are funny. If you find humor in something, you should make it your life goal to make sure everyone else understands it completely. And now I realize why he doesn't own a home. I've received a lot of advice in my life, but the two best pieces of advice I've received are first, the two that I received, to find that part of myself that can and will, with great efficiency and force, dissect joke structure, humor, in ordinary and filmic situations to people who are unable to do it themselves. And the other, to always have a nice pair of pressed pants. All right, that's a no-brainer. Thanks, Mom. Now, I don't by any means want the viewer of this film to think that I'm downplaying their intelligence or think that they're incapable of deciphering and enjoying jokes and humor on their own. I just know through my experience, you can. And I don't want to go as far as to say that I'm better at this type of thing than you are, but I'm black. And I'm pretty good at everything, except math. We leave that to the Asians. But they're niggas when it comes to math, though. They're the niggas of math, if you think about that. But everything else, we got that. I'm better than you. I am. I've received a lot of comments from people who are just saying they aren't finding these television shows and movies and stand-up comedians funny. Have no fear. I'm Myke Wright, stand-up comedian, and I got your back.
A chain of love, yeah. In the morning when I rise, bring it to. Oh, shit!
Here we go. Now, some of you might have trouble finding the joke here, and that's okay. We're gonna go through this one together, nice and slow. Though the backstory to this clip is important, it may not be as important as you think it is. You see, silly, physically comical situations have been around in film since forever. Any Charlie Chaplin film or the 11 Die Hard movies can tell you that. But this scene is so funny for many different reasons. Now you might notice the main character, Victor Pulak, dressed in a tight, sleeveless shirt. Where did his sleeves go? You might also notice his hair. This is what the industry calls a Jew-fro. So now that we've established costume and style, we begin to fully understand what makes this clip humorous. For this clip, it might be useful to put yourself in his position. If you remember, when you drive, you always look straight ahead or pan back and forth to make sure the road is clear and there are no people or obstacles in your path. Now, if you notice, Victor is doing exactly this. Any driver's ed instructor would approve his attentiveness. A+, Victor. Okay, so here's where it gets tricky, but also where a lot of the humor comes into play. You're probably asking yourself, why? If he's doing everything he's supposed to do, in automobile caution and etiquette, why did he crash into a tree on the side of the road? Well, this is what some people would say is the joke. It's because of this lack of sense and how actual events usually take place in the world that really ties this joke together. As the viewer, you're unsuspecting of this outcome. And when it occurs, it's a little bit shocking, but spontaneously wonderful and funny. See? That wasn't that hard, was it? And I know you're a little nervous about understanding the humor in a clip like this, but I hope through the tedious explanation of this joke, we can come to some conclusion that this wasn't useful at all.